ghosts everywhere. They're eating the corned beef. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
Hey everybody, Jason here from Ghostbusters News, back again today taking a look at another classic episode of the real Ghostbusters. And this is one I certainly remember watching when I was a kid, The Two Faces of Slimer. Now this video, it was requested by Ghostbusters News Patreon member Carolyn Lorenzo. And right quick, I want to give you a heads up, if there's a video you'd like to see us make, be sure to sign up to the Ghostbusters News Patreon and submit your request today. Now getting into this episode, as it opens up, we see the Ghostbusters coming back from a call. And Slimer, he seems a bit miffed.
Aw, come on, Slimer, cut us a little slack, will ya? We couldn't take you on this run.
You know we love you, Slimer, but you're just too little to go on these big jobs.
Whoa, wait a minute, too little for the big jobs? This is the beginning of season 3. At this point, we've got 2 seasons worth of episodes to look back on. And not only has Slimer helped with ghost busting, but in some cases he's even saved the freaking day. I mean, I know at this point Slimer, he's becoming slightly more annoying, but come on.
Triple caramel crunchy, your fave.
Venkman, he attempts a bribe, but Slimer, he no-sells it, declining, and oh, that kind of came off a little horrifying.
That's a sound I haven't heard before.
It's done that a couple times this week. I'll check it out in the morning. Right now, though, I'm checking out my bed.
I mean, yeah, who cares that you may turn a New York City block into a crater thanks to a nuclear explosion?
Slimer, don't you want to sleep at the foot of my bed like usual?
Oh, come on now, Ray. We all know what happens when you have a ghost in your bed. We get some gut-wrenching salty discharge from Slimer, who quickly falls asleep, leading us to a dream sequence. And Slimer, he has clearly been on the 1980s Hulk Hogan diet, brother. And by that I mean vitamins, just lots and lots of vitamins, because Hulk Hogan, he only took vitamins, nothing else. Some ectoplasm begins to seep out of the containment unit and then possess Slimer?
Ghostbusters Central.
You gotta help me. There's ghosts everywhere. They're eating the corned beef. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
Wait, what exactly are you considering unbelievable? The ghost or the corned beef? The Ghostbusters head to this corned beef sandwich shop and...
Help! He's eating everything in the place. He didn't even take a number.
Okay, corned beef guy, he is officially my favorite Ghostbusters character ever. We get a wink at the original film as Peter, he comes face to face with a familiar looking green ghost.
He slimed me!
And the ghost, it manages to get away, and upon arriving back at the firehouse, we see Slimer and he's sleeping. And it's pretty apparent what's happening here, right? Big Green at the sandwich shop who loved corned beef, that was Slimer.
Slimer, you don't look too good. You feel a little colder than usual. I'll make you some Mama Venkman chicken soup. Okie dokie?
While going to grab that bowl of Mama Venkman's chicken soup, Slimer, he falls asleep yet again and in a trance leaves the firehouse. The Ghostbusters then get another call. Winston, he nearly runs over a cat. And we don't quite get a jumping of the shark moment, but it's pretty close. Peter gets slimed again in 3, 2, 1.
I've been slimed again!
Alright, I'm just gonna drop a hot take here, but I personally love Dave Coulier's Peter Venkman. There, I said it, I'm not afraid to say it, and I've been wanting to say it for years. After knocking back some pastries, Slimer, he gets away again, and comedy?
Now that slime ball's really in trouble.
Yeah, and so are we. This is a no smoking section.
Beating the Ghostbusters back to the firehouse, Slimer, who is now sleeping, he transforms into his monster form, and whoa now. I mean, you guys out there, you know I got a thing for Slimer booty, and just check out that Slimer booty. In the basement of the firehouse, the Ghostbusters have their third run-in with Big Green, and this moment will likely look familiar to my fellow Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed players.
Yuck!
The monstrous slime ball finally gets trapped, only for the Ghostbusters to do their very best Three Stooges impression, which in turn accidentally opens up the trap, with Ray, Peter, Winston, and Egon making the connection that the annoying green gluttonous blob they've been trying to bust over the last couple of days, well, it just so happens to be their very own annoying green gluttonous blob, changing form whenever he falls asleep. So this means if he stays awake, all will be fine. But it turns out the Spud even has his limits, soon growing tired of food.
How about a cola? Another burger? More pizza? How about some ribs, Slimer?
Hey, hold it, Spud. Winston, how about some tunes?
Oh, I don't blame you there, Slimer. Filmation, it always made me fall asleep too.
Okay, go to sleep. I just hope Freddy doesn't get you.
A random Nightmare on Elm Street reference in a real Ghostbusters episode? Of course, things they go south with Slimer falling asleep, leading the Ghostbusters to a 24-hour grocery store.
You gotta help me, there's ghosts everywhere. They're eating the corned beef. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
And in this run-in, Peter, he manages to separate Slimer from, well, Big Green, Monster Slimer, Hyde Slimer, whatever you want to call him. And as an added bonus, we then find out how High-Seek Ecto Cooler was made.
Hey, Slimer. If you could eat anything you wanted in this whole store, what would it be?
Now, are you ready for some classic, real ghost busting? Because that's exactly what we get right in front of the frozen food section. The classic tune, it's playing, there's a slime-covered floor, and the portly ectoplasmic entity finally gets trapped for good.
That's express checkout for you, pal!
Meanwhile, Slimer, he's being Slimer. And that does it for a look today back at the Real Ghostbusters episode, The Two Faces of Slimer. I would again like to thank Ghostbusters News Patreon member Carolyn Lorenzo for today's request. And again, if there is a specific video you would like to see us make, a classic Real Ghostbusters episode or Extreme Ghostbusters episode you would like reviewed, sign up to the Ghostbusters News Patreon page today, put your request in, a link to it is down below. That's all I've got for you here right now. As always, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here next time.